I gotta ask Joe and Susan.
Has always not here tonight.
No, it's just Joe. Yeah.
Can you give a, my check didn't make it to my mail.
It did not? Okay, yeah. Let me check on that because that comes through our department.
Yeah.
So let me check with Rochelle, just make sure. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that.
We're going to go through this one nice and easy tonight. Good evening and welcome. It's 6 p.m. This is the Planning and Zoning meeting for the City of Smyrna. It is May 9th, 2022, and this meeting is called to order. Since there's no one in attendance, I'm going to skip over the normal reading, and we're going to go straight into the items. Item 2021-597. Zoning request Z21017. I need a motion to table this item to the June 13th, 2022. We have a motion, Mr. Phillips. All in favor, please vote. Minutes sorry, the item is tabled. I'm already on the minutes, guys. The item is tabled 4-0. All right, the next item on our agenda is 202-22006. This item is to be withdrawn. Can I get a motion, Mr. Seagraves, a second, Mr. Rice? All in favor, please vote. Motion, the withdrawal is approved 4-0. All right, the next item on our agenda is ORD 202. Is change to the ordinance for the approval of a code amendment to sections 402, 601, 714.1, 802, 902, and 1104 of the zoning ordinance for the establishment of a heavy industrial zoning district. Community Development is our sponsor. Mr. Martin, the background, please.
Yes, sir. Community Development is proposing the adoption of a heavy industrial zoning category in the zoning ordinance. The City of Smyrna and Cobb County are legislative annexation process to annex some property down along Riverview Road in between Veterans Memorial and I-285 and the river in Oakdale Road. There's several properties that are in Cobb County that'll be annexed into the city and become City of Smyrna's under City of Smyrna's jurisdiction to create some consistency with respect to delivery of services and development and everything else down there and maintenance of roadways and so forth. During this legislative annexation process, the Chattahoochee Industrial Business Association reached out to the city and raised some concerns regarding, not having heavy industrial zoning classification in the City of Smyrna, and that they felt that they'd lose, the rights that they currently enjoy in Cobb County because they're zoned HI in Cobb County. We heard those requests, so we're proposing the addition of an HI zoning district in the City of Smyrna to accommodate that request so they can maintain the same uses by right that they do in Cobb County. We sent you guys the proposed ordinances. It provides some definitions of specific uses. It provides a list of permitted uses by right. It also provides some uses that require a special land use permit. We also address gravel parking because Cobb County currently allows HI zoning districts to park heavy equipment, which is equipment that is 12,500 pounds or more, in semi-trailer parking on gravel parking. So we made an exception in our ordinance to accommodate that for HI zoning in this proposal. And then finally, with respect to legal non-conforming uses, we made an amendment to allow the uses that have special land use permits in Cobb County to transfer those permits to the city of Smyrna and be able to maintain those uses without having to go through a formal process unless there's a change of use or the site goes vacant for a year or more. And with that, I'll be happy to answer any questions. I have the ordinance up, so if you guys have a question, we can pull it up and answer it.
Any questions for Mr. Martin? All right, thank you, sir. This is a public hearing. We'd like to ask if there's anyone in attendance that would like to come forward and speak in favor of or opposition to. Okay. There's no one in attendance. Any discussion or comments? I'd like to entertain a motion. We have a motion, Ms. Ostrega. We have a second, Mr. Seagraves. All in favor, please vote. The item is approved 4-0. Next item on our agenda is ORD 2022-14. This is to approve a code amendment to repeal Section 18-33 of Chapter 18, Building and Building Regulations of the City Code of Ordinances to remove the bonding requirement for general contractors. Community Development is the sponsor. Mr. Stobbs, background, please.
Good evening. I'm Joey Stobbs, Planner 2 with Community Development. Community Development is recommending the repeal of the requirement for a general contractor to obtain a code compliance bond. The bond covers a 2-year period for an amount of $15,000. We have polled other jurisdictions. They're no longer requiring this, and it is already covered under general contractors insurance that they already cover. So Community Development is recommending we repeal that section so that a bond is no longer required.
Okay, thank you, sir. This is a public hearing. We'd like to ask if there's anyone in attendance that would like to come forward and speak in favor of or opposition to this application or zoning ordinance change. There is no one in attendance that would like to speak. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion. Second, Ms. Ostrega, the hardest working board member tonight. Don't let her outwork you, boys. Please vote on the item to approve. The item is approved 4-0. All right, the last item on our agenda is the approval of the minutes. Meeting. Are there any changes that need to be made, or can I get a motion to approve the minutes as presented? Motion to approve, Mr. Phillips. Second, Mr. Seagraves. Please vote on the minutes as presented. 0. That's our last actionable item tonight. Is there any discussion or comments, Mr. Martin?
Yes, the city of Smyrna is currently in the process of updating our comprehensive plan. We have a new website for that project along with a survey and then the ability to sign up for notifications for the process moving forward. We'll be posting that on social media so we can have as many people participate in that process as possible. We should be wrapped up with that process in the next 3 months, and then we'll have to send it to ARC and to DCA for review and then adoption in October.
And what is the date on the comp plan?
The current comp plan is 2040.
And this one will go through 2040 or 2050?
It'll go through 2040. It's only a 5-year update.
Okay.
So, this is a minor update. So, we're looking at stuff and just trying to adjust our short-term work program for projects that we've done and completed, as well as fix any issues in the comp plan that may have changed. In 5 years, we'll do a full-blown update where we'll reevaluate the demographics and all that, and go back through and relook at all the goals and policies in those plans.
Okay, very good. So this is the time, if you want to have input, to go online and be a part of the process, the planning process. Any other discussion? All right, well, we did receive news this evening that Mr. Smith, J.D. Smith, will no longer be on our panel as he has moved out of district. So we want to thank him for his commitment to the city of Smyrna and all that he did to support us here on the zoning board. With that, I call this meeting closed at 6:10. How was that for a